Hi there again. In today's episode of our cooking show, which has only got 3 episodes, so obviously the series can't end yet because it's only just started. We'll make the decision whether we're going to cut the whole series pending funding or time or whatever stupid reason. We are doing sauces and crepes. So it's breakfast today, and I've got to make myself something to eat for breakfast. I'm thinking crepes. Crepes is straightforward. But I also have all this leftover food. You see all this food? It's turning. It's no good, man. It's not going well. Or it's not turned, but it's close to. I also have some plums. And so what I need to do is to use it for something. Otherwise I'm going to have to chuck it out. I can't eat all those strawberries raw like that. I do get really full and get sick of strawberries. So I'm going to make a sauce. So you ever been to a place, they serve you a thing called breakfast? And on the table they'll have a jar and it will have fresh strawberries or fresh blueberry jam. It sort of goes into that a little bit. The sauce just thickens up while it settles. But if you've ever wondered how to make the sauces that they provide with waffles, I'm going to show you. It's real simple. Okay, we've got to put the brakes on right there. A pun! It's a pun moment! Anyway, why do we call it breakfast? It makes no sense. Are we braking fast? Wearing out tires? Well, it should be called early morning meal. So throughout this video, if I say the word breakfast, I'm going to throw in early morning meal. Early morning meal! Because there's no breaking. It's a long meal. It goes for an hour at least. You're still eating. There's nothing fast about it, really. If you're having one of those McMuffins or a pastry, that's not breakfast. That's a snack. A breakfast is having an omelette, cereal. Takes a bit to eat. It's not fast. All right? Maybe it takes half an hour to eat. In my experience, everything takes about 15 minutes to half an hour to eat. So there's nothing fast about breakfast. It's break slow or early morning meal. And it's nice that they make it for you, but you can do this on your own. So let's go through the ingredients. So we're obviously going to need the fruit, and this packet says it's 2 pounds of strawberries. We've eaten half, so I'm going to say a pound here. This is going to be less, probably a half a pound maybe. This is you won't believe it, it's a pound of plums, a lot of water in there. And we have lemons. Lemons are good. Lemons are going to go into this and that. Lemons are going to go into the strawberry and the blueberry. Half a lemon each in there. We have cinnamon, cloves, vanilla, Weller's rum. So the simple sauce recipe for the fruit is quite straightforward. Fruit, water, some sugar. They say half a cup of sugar to go in here. Pioneer Woman says half a cup of sugar for 1 pound of strawberries, so I'm going to trust her. I'm going to put a little bit less in here because I think it's less quantity. For the plums though, we only need 1 tablespoon of sugar to go with these guys. Tablespoons of all these things, the vanilla, cloves and cinnamon. These are quite strong flavors, so you don't need as much. And then obviously a shot of this guy, Weller's rum, straight from Hawaii. Fantastic. I love wine stuff. Also, a note, when you're weighing your fruit, take note of what the carriage weighs. So it weighs 50, this little top compartment. If you don't have anything like that, that's great, but this is the way I do it. And then you gotta put it on. So this plum was worth 100. This plum was worth 175, and this one was 150. So we're close to a pound there in grams. So obviously 450 grams equals 1 pound in equivalent. That's how come they got the 16 ounce to 450. It's 454 if you're going to be a tosser, but it is that's what it is. So I've got all the pots, so I'm going to be doing a lot of things today. It's probably going to be a train wreck. We love train wrecks. So this one's going to take care of the blueberries, I think, smaller portion. This one over here, we're going to do the Plum Povril, and this one over here, we're going to do strawberries. And then this one is going to be the crepe pan. It's got crepes I made yesterday, so it's cool. I'm going to use this to mix the crepes. Now the crepe recipe is fairly straightforward. 2 eggs. We'll need a cup of water and a cup of flour. Quite straightforward for crepes. They're the 3 basic ingredients. I think you put salt, you can put vanilla essence, you put sugar, probably a quarter cup will be sufficient. And you make the batter, and then it should have the consistency of melted ice cream. That's how I'll describe it. If you've ever been a kid and you had ice cream and you like it getting all slurry looking, that's what you want the mix to look like. And then we're going to pop it in this pan. I like to use butter as a base. We'll put the butter right here, and then toss the mixture. We've got this instrument, I forgot to show you. It's a T-bar thing. You could probably go to a culinary store. You remember, if you've ever been to a professional creperie or one of those crepe trucks or whatever, they got one of these things, and what they do is, rather than, the French like to toss it in the pan, they're really skillful. I used to be able to do that, but I found this takes a lot of the legwork out. So it just takes this and you basically turn it in a circle, and it makes a perfect circle. It makes a thin crepe. So one of the challenges I had was creating a thin enough crepe. My crepes were just a little too thick. It wasn't a pancake, but it may, you're dealing in millimeters. If it's 1 millimeter too thick, it's tough to roll and it'll break apart. Or it's too thick in general. It won't hold the filling and you split apart. It'll unravel. You don't want it to unravel, you want it to stay rolled up. Especially if you like the tubes, cocoa sugar or jams. You get it in the fancy store, they'll make the triangles. That folds nicer, so your thickness doesn't really come into it as much. But for the tubes, you really want it to be thin. Now I'm going to do some pretty fast splicing on this video. So first thing, obviously, we've got to wash the strawberries. Then we will cut the strawberries. So what I've learned from other cooking shows and like Alton Brown and that, you want to cut it small. The smaller the piece, the quicker it will cook down into small parts. So I cut it into quarters. And so I finished cutting them up. You can see them all here. And I just pour them into the pot. Ah, one fell. Sadness. I don't have the professional kitchens like Food Network. You have to bear with mistakes like that. I'm sorry.
What kind of dad do you want them to see?
I'm sorry. You cannot be on this show.
See you soon.
We need people with a little more charisma.
Good dessert.
I'm so sorry. Food Network bastards. Making their millions of dollars, being pretentious.
I love the texture I'm getting.
Yes. I can be pretentious too, you know.
Right. And I have to say, your presentation was beautiful.
I'm not bitter. Don't worry about it. Alright, so then, according to this recipe, we need... This is a pioneer woman. She's a pioneer! Woo! Not her. Her! And you should get that black spot checked out. Yay! Half a cup of sugar. This is half a lemon for 2 pounds, so we would do 1 pound, then we're a quarter a lemon. Alright, well that's pretty straightforward. I think we can cope with that. I think we can cope.
Like so cool.
We're going to cut the lemon like this. If you've never used a knife before, this is how you do it. You use the blade down. Cut down. Amazing, huh? This is what the inside of a lemon looks like. Amazing. As a tip, you cut it down the center. I'm funny. So we're gonna put this part into the blueberry, that part into the strawberry seeds. Probably want to get rid of those. Hi.
See you soon.
I'm sorry, Philip, but I tasted a seed in your cooking.
I have to say your presentation was beautiful.
You will not go to the next round. Okay, now I'm squeezing it in. La 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 la.
That's what I am.
La 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 la.
Full of charm and appeal.
So I can get all these dishes prepped without actually turning on the burners. Then I can just put them all on at the same time. And that's one way to manage this process at a very expedient pace. You may be surprised that this is called a cup.
Oh, no
We
way.
consider a drinking cup. This is a measuring cup. And it says the word half on it. That's how you know it's half. And this is called sugar. This leads to a lot of tooth decay. But it is also good for your soul. Sweet things always make you happy. So this is how you scoop sugar. As a tip, I try and get the sugar into the cup. I know, nuts. And this is what half a cup of sugar looks like.
Oh, no way.
It's not exactly half, because you know what? I like measurements, but they don't control me. They don't own me. I do my own thing. Ask my mother-in-law. I'm the most frustrating person in the kitchen to cook with because I don't follow the rules. I don't care. I don't care about rules. Rules are so I'm going to fire this one up. I said I was going to cook them all at the same time. Oh, sorry. Forgot you were still there. The burner's going. It smells like gas.
There's always time for a fart joke.
There's a dim light straight away, so I may die halfway through this video. If you do see that I die, leave a comment at what point I do die in the video, so that when I come back as a ghost I can watch the video and see what happened. So we're going to work with the blueberries. As a tip, if you want to open a box like this, you should open it from the corners.
Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, leave
And
comments.
then we don't need to cut these are too small. If you want to cut them, go ahead, but I'd rather ram an ice pick through my head rather than cut these in half. So these are going to go into the smaller pot. It's a lot simpler. I'm going to do that, lemon, sugar, I'm going to fire that off. How easy is that? That is so easy! Squeezing the lemon. Nearly hit the camera. My precious Windows camera. I'm one of the last people to actually have a Windows phone. And it has a 43 megapixel camera. I bought the phone for the camera. Because one of the things I realized was you're taking more pictures than doing anything else on your phone. So I thought, well, why don't I combine the two and get a great product? On a side note, every time I've been squeezing the lemon, I have this paper cut or dry skin split over here. Cuts it. Why does it have to be so fat? There you go. There. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Anyway, I got split skin. Every time I squeeze a lemon, it burns like crazy. This time on the sauce, I'm not going overkill. This is not half a cup. I think it's about a third. So pour that on top. So lemon, sugar, fruit, lemon, sugar, fruit. Gonna fire these both off, and we'll start working on the plum sauce. Nice. That's a bit more complicated. It's got more ingredients. The only complicated thing is that it's got more ingredients because they all just go in a pot and they cook together. Also, as a side note, we do want to stir these on a regular basis. These are going to cook down and get down. I might even put a little bit of water in it to assist the process. These don't call for water, but I think that you need a little bit of water. So here is where I diverge from the recipe and do my own thing, because I've cooked these a bunch of times. We just need a little bit of water. And you may go, well, it's going to get soggy. It's not going to be great anymore. Well, guess what? There's a thing called evaporation. The water will go away. Isn't that fantastic? By the time it's a sauce, the water will go away. So don't worry about adding water. It'll go away. Just set the burner up to 6 if you have to, if you're really paranoid. There we go, let's fire this up. And then you don't have to be sad. Alright, now let's start the Povril.
That's pretty much everything for you today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.